Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals. I hope you're all well. Thought I would give a craft video a bit of a go. I've had a few people ask me to do craft videos, so here we go. Let's hope it's of interest. Anyway, I need envelopes. I have a big stack here of coffee dyed envelopes, and here's just a couple that I did this morning, so I would have something to show you. These are the envelopes I put my letters in. I put a letter in these from Penny Rose to the new recipient of a journal. Yeah, it's printed out, folded, popped in here, and then has a wax seal placed on the back. So if you ever buy a journal and you find one of these in it, that's what it's going to be. So let's get on and do a couple. I have things around me here. I just pulled out a bit of stuff to get going with. I have my stamps over this side and some ink. My stack of envelopes. I guess I won't subject you to the whole stack, but we'll maybe just do a couple together. I have some old book page here just to use for gluing and stamping on, because although my mat is gross and revolting and well bashed and whatnot, I prefer not to get glue on it. I hate sticky things. I've really chosen the wrong hobby, haven't I? I don't like having sticky fingers so much, but you know, I can tolerate it for a certain period of time, but then yeah, gotta go wash my hands. And I feel the same way about my mat. I don't like it being sticky. It's inconvenient when it's sticky. Yeah, you end up with stuff sticking to the back of your envelopes or whatever you're working on. You can get stuck to your mat. It's no fun for anybody. So, right. Well, the first thing I like to do with these envelopes when I start, because they're envelopes, is to basically set them up the same way you would expect an envelope in the post. I have some text in the middle, a stamp in the corner, and then anything else is decoration. So first of all, we'll just pop a little bit of text into the middle of these. So I have a starting point. I'm not going to use a text block because it's quite a big sort of amount of text to have on, and I don't want the whole thing. Just a little bit in the middle here, and that's a bit more than I normally be excited about, but whatever. Okay, there we are. We have a bit of text. I have a starting point. I always find it works easier for me if I just go with, you know, like I say, I don't really have a plan. I don't have any kind of, formula other than to text, stamp, and then decorate as much as I want with whatever I happen to have on hand. I have a pile of my faux stamps here. These were all made, it's a bit big, all made out of a children's Bible that had a lot of water damage on it. I like her, yep. And so yeah, I decided to pull it apart and make postage stamps out of all of it. So I have quite a lot. It's a bit long, unfortunately. I like the picture. I don't want the cranky man. What else do we have? There's a boy. He's nice. We'll have him. So yeah, there's a stamp for each of them. These are my distress inks. These are the only two colours I have. There's ground espresso and brushed corduroy. I do have some distress oxides which I use if I'm sort of aging something, but if I'm just simply going around a stamp or the edges of a picture or something to distress it a bit. I generally just use my inks. Like I say, these are the only two colours I have, the only two that I feel like I really needed. I have re-inkers for both of these. Yeah, and I've had them for as long as I've been making journals, so they're doing okay, can't complain. This is the sort of thing I would use my oxides on. This was all Christmas themed paper. It wasn't in Christmas colours necessarily, but it was Christmas themed, so I was not likely to ever use it, being as I don't enjoy making Christmas journals or that sort of thing. So yeah, I used my Distress oxides on it and grunged it up and yeah, made it into something that I would actually use. So yeah, that's what I use those for. I think I've got about 6 colours of Distress oxide, but it's all very, I don't have bright colours. They're all sort of neutral or grungy. This is the glue stick that I use. It's just a Study Mate glue stick. I'm not fussed about my glue sticks, to be honest. I don't buy them from Kmart. I don't think that, I'm not trusting that that will work. These are just the Officeworks brand ones. I just go and buy a stack of them all at once. So I have tons on hand, because I go through them like nobody's business. Yeah, I like the blue ones because I can see where I have glued and if I've missed anything. Because my eyesight is, you know, like everybody's eyesight as they get older. It tends to dull down a little as you age, I guess. Yeah. So I feel like it's a good thing for me to be able to easily see what I've been doing. And this piece of doily here, I don't know whether that's going to go with anything anywhere. No, I'm not loving it. You can go away. Alright. Now let's put a bit of something along the bottom here. That's a good place to start. I often use the paper doilies on these, but I'm all out of little ones. I only have larger ones left and they just don't really fit. I have actually used some on those ones that I showed you this morning, but I just sort of used either side. That's why I've got that weird piece left. So yeah, as much as I would like to use some paper doily, I'm just going to end up with a big pile of those weird end pieces if I keep on chopping them apart like that. So although I'm sure I'll find something I can do with it, and there's always something you can do with it. That's what I do with my pages when they get too gluey. I have a big stack of these. I keep them and make pockets out of them, journal pads out of them, little booklets out of them. They make a cute little booklet. So yeah, everything gets used, nothing gets thrown away. My parents, bless their hearts, do not understand the whole junk journal thing. They're yeah, they're very sweet. They save lots of things for me when they come across them. They'll buy me old Foxy books if they come across a stall somewhere that is selling old Foxy books, and yeah, they definitely are fully supportive of the fact that their daughter's a crazy person. But I don't think they get it. In fact, I know they don't get it. My dad's like, why are you saving that? I'm like, I save everything. Yeah, I don't think anybody in my family gets it, but you know, it's all good. They love me anyway. We can't all be the same, can we? I mean, a lot of us are the same. You guys get it. So it's nice to have a community of people that do understand. But yeah, you can't expect everybody to be on the same page, can you? So this is that religious book that I love so much. There's the tiny text, tiny tight text. It's just really nice. It's all yellow and grungy and whatnot. This is I don't know where these came from. No idea. I can't remember if they were out of a book or whether they were something I printed out. Just doesn't seem like something I would have printed out. So anyway, yeah, just little ship, because I like little ships. I do today. Right, what else can we pop on here? Any requests? You guys have any ideas you'd like me to try out? It would be helpful if you could just pipe up and let me know if there's anything. Pop a bit of a postage mark over here. Okay, a little bit of extra something there. Maybe a bit on this side as well. No, maybe not. Maybe something different on this side. What else have we got floating around over here? This was a Kaiser Craft stamp, by the way. A lot of my stamps came from Kaiser Craft. Although they don't have an enormous selection of stamps for, you know, junk journalists. They're mainly geared up towards scrapbookers. They do have quite a few that I have bothered to collect over the years because, you know, just the odd bits and pieces sort of appealed to me. So yeah, there is a lot that, yeah, don't really suit what I do, but there was quite a lot that I collected in the beginning that I now no longer use. But I'm pretty sure we all go through that sort of phase. I used to buy a lot of scrapbooking paper as well. Don't do that anymore. I generally make my own papers, just jelly printing and painting and whatnot. So yeah, I buy printer paper and cardstock, but yeah, I don't generally buy scrapbooking paper these days. Mainly what I buy these days is, well, things I can get from thrift stores and tools. I'm kind of at the tool stage of my junk journaling where I've, you know, tried out all the bits and pieces. I know what to look for when I'm in thrift stores and what to purchase, but I don't purchase an enormous amount of stuff from the bigger stores anymore, like Spotlight and whatnot. Yeah, I go to the manufacturers of a lot of my things as well, like you know, I have all these stickers, but I bought these right at the beginning, and you know, I still have a stack. So yeah, the washi stickers are actually very handy, but I haven't purchased any for a very long time. Yeah, for things like glue and whatnot, I've started just going straight to suppliers because, you know, stores like Spotlight and whatnot, the markups are just ridiculous. I mean, I know they have to make a living, but yeah. If I can get it myself from the manufacturer, I will spend a few dollars and buy it in bulk, and then I have it on hand. For instance, this glue, it's probably the equivalent of the what do they call it, Fabri-Tac or Fabrifix or something in the US, which you can probably get that here too, but this is the same sort of deal. It's an acetone based glue, Helmar's 450 quick dry adhesive. It smells terrible. I don't mind the smell, but some people are not don't like it, but it's a great glue. It dries quickly, it's clear, it's machine washable. Not that you're going to wash your journal, but I know it's going to hang on to just about anything. So, and I buy that probably once a year, but I buy it straight from Helmar, and I get a box full. So I think there's like 24 in a box or something, and yeah, so that's a lot cheaper than buying. I mean, they do carry that in Spotlight, but it's very expensive compared to what I can get it for from Helmar. So I do try to be thrifty where I can be. Another thing I spend most of my money on, chamomile tea bags. I don't know if you can overdose on chamomile tea, but if you can, you will see it here first. I drink a lot of chamomile tea. But yeah, that's on my shopping. I buy that. I think they sell it in 80 packs or something at my local supermarket, and I buy one of those every couple of weeks. So yeah, a lot of chamomile tea we go through here. I'd like to say it's not just me, but it is just me. Nobody else drinks it. So I actually have an urn upstairs in my studio here, and a little container of chamomile tea bags and a couple of cups, and yeah, this is how I spend my days. Sipping on chamomile tea and sticking things to envelopes. Today I'm sticking things to envelopes. Okay, well, I'm happy with that. I will probably, now there's a good chance I'll come back and stick some more things on there if I happen to come across anything I think it needs. In the end, it will have a letter folded into it from Penny Rose and a wax stamp placed on the back, and that will go into somebody's journal when they purchase it. So yes, I'm running low on these, so I needed to make a bunch, and I thought, well, you guys wanted me to try out a craft video, so yeah, let's try it. What else have I got down here? Oh, these are huge. Some magazine pictures, or not magazine pictures, pictures out of like encyclopedias and whatnot. But it's mainly people, so I don't think I'll have anything that's really that suitable for here. Mainly old men. That's how it is, isn't it? In encyclopedias, they're just full of old men. Oh, here's a lady. There's a couple of ladies, but yeah, I don't think I want a person on there anyway, so they can stay there for another project. What have we got over here? These are reproductions of old business cards from days gone by. I guess is probably the way to explain them. So they're kind of interesting. Just yeah, it's amazing how things have changed. You can imagine somebody giving you a business card that looked like that these days. You'd be like, what are you thinking? So much text and not a phone number to be seen. Or an email address, certainly not an email address. So yeah, it's things have certainly changed in the world since a lot of these things were actively used. I like that. So you guys are going to have to tell me how this video is. I mean, I'm probably out of frame, probably waffling on about things that are not of any interest whatsoever. Yeah, I'm guessing I'll get better at it if I do more. Better let me know if you could stand me doing more. You might get to the end of this one and go, oh, please never ever do that again. In which case, let me know. I would hate to waste your time and mine by subjecting you to my waffling for no good reason. Yeah. I work from home, and I also obviously craft from home, so I don't get out a lot, and yeah, I don't have a lot to say. I also don't watch the news, which makes things a little difficult as well on occasion. I can't have a sensible adult conversation with anybody. But I stopped watching the news about 5 years ago. It was just doing my head in. It was bad for my mental health. So yeah, I cut myself off cold turkey and haven't watched the news since. So I mean, I do get news. You know, my kids tell me what's happening. I have an adult son and daughter. They clue me in. You know, some of it filters through here and there. I do speak to people on the phone for my job, so I hear a bit of this and that, but as a general rule, I don't really know what's going on in the world, and I don't know if it's a very short-sighted way of sort of being, but I don't want to know, to be honest. A lot of the things that were upsetting me while I was watching the news, things I couldn't influence. I couldn't do anything about. I could just hear about and grieve about and fret about, and yeah. So I decided that not knowing is not as painful as knowing sometimes. So you might think I stick my head in the sand. I don't know. Oh, you can give me your opinion on that too if you want. I don't mind. I can handle other people having opinions. It's not just because I don't watch the news, it's not for everybody. But yeah, it certainly hasn't done me any harm, let's put it that way. And I don't actually miss it. I used to watch the news several times a day. It was terrible. News junkie. But yeah, it was just, my depression was just getting ridiculous. And it was all about things that I couldn't do anything about. So I figured it was best to take a step back and just focus on the important things in my life and my kids' lives and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's I guess a topic of discussion if you guys are interested in weighing in there. Do you watch the news? Does it upset you? Yeah, it was genuinely doing my head in, so I just stopped. But yeah, I know a lot of people they really enjoy, or they really need to know what's going on in the world. To me, it's just all that. There's just too much depressing stuff going on in the world, not enough joy. At least you don't hear about the joyous things. I do get some news. I am subscribed to a couple of Instagram accounts that literally only dispense good news. So yeah, the mainstream media seems to be all about bad news, and I just get the good bits. So the things that reinforce my faith in humanity and you know, make me smile. I think we need more smiling these days. It's been an interesting few years, hasn't it? Oh, that's all very depressing. Let's stop talking about that, eh? I have a ton of washi here, but I haven't used any of it. I like this green with this. This is interesting. I have to find an end. It is also interesting. There it is. Let's pop a bit of this on here, shall we? Don't know where we're going to pop it, but just there, I suppose. Just a little fragment of something. And I've stuck that down without putting glue behind it. It may or may not hang on. If it looks like it's coming up, I will peel it off and put some glue stick behind it, because as we know, washi is a bit dodgy when it comes to that kind of thing. So I'll put some music on the back of this. I just feel like some music on there. What have I got here? Just protect that a bit, just in case I get carried away. Put in there. I can stamp all the way across. It's just the back of that sticker that I put on the flap there. It'll just protect the inside of the envelope, so I don't get my stamping in there. But it really matters, but it just sort of looks nicer, I think, to keep it just on the outside of the envelope. There we go. A little bit of music. Oh, it's slippery. Can't get it out. There we go. That sort of hides that straight edge of the washi as well a bit. So I didn't like that very much. Okay, again, that's probably pretty much finished. That'll go in, and wax seal on the back. I may or may not add a few other pieces. I think I need something else over here. I don't think I've got anything here that is immediately speaking to me, though. It's definitely not right. Nor is that. That's huge. I want something little, but I don't really have anything little on hand. So, yeah, when something comes to light, I will probably pop a little something over here. I'm trying to think what I could put there. Is there anything handy here? I suppose we can stick a butterfly there or something. Got a few butterfly stamps. Again, this is a case of craft stamp. One of those. The big one, actually. Kind of like that. I wasn't expecting that, but I actually very much like that. I don't know if you do that. I just find it handy sometimes to get an idea of what something will look like just by using the acetate that comes with the stamp. So I'll pop that about there so it's overlapping the faux postage stamp a little, and that should look quite cute. Okay, look at that. I'm happy with that. So there we go. We've managed to do 2 envelopes. I think that's enough to subject you to. I will continue. I have to make many of these today. I am definitely running quite low on these, so I usually have quite a stock of envelopes, but yeah, I've been using a lot lately, and haven't been replacing them, so it's time to knuckle down and get some done. I kind of enjoy it anyway. It's a pretty thoughtless process, and just grab things and stick them on. So anyway, that's it for today. Please let me know if you enjoyed our time here together. If it was just dreadful, let me know. I won't do another one. So yeah, there's no purpose in waffling along if nobody's interested. So yeah, let me know what you think, and yeah, let me know if you make some envelopes like this, and yeah, it's fun to do, and they look quite cute, and you can make a ton of them at the same time. So thanks very much for coming along today. It's nice to have your company when I'm sitting here waffling to myself, and yeah, I'll see you another day hopefully. Thanks a lot. Bye.